Okay, this is my explanation on how my swapping system works in my project. Here is a demonstration. It will do this little animation and you'll find yourself on the other side of the mirror. Fancy stuff, I know. Okay, so first of all, when you press jump, which is just space, I never changed it from jump because I'm not using jump for anything else. It checks if you're, it basically checks if you're currently moving. Because in the last explanation I said how when you're moving from point A to point B, you don't have this value to be true, it's false. So you can't just swap mid thing because since it's on a timeline. If I were to try and swap, then it just teleport me straight back, so it would completely break it. So you check if this is true, and you set a line trace from the current location, positive 100. I do have a little invisible wall, you can't actually see it, but there is a little invisible wall that goes above this, um, so you can't like swap where I didn't intend you to. It'll only be in the middle of the map. So it's checking this and it's using this positive 600. I did change this to be a value other than 600, but it'll get your location, and from that location, this will be the end. So when that happens, it will create a line trace when you press space, like this, and it will basically check if you're touching a wall, and if you're not, then it won't happen. So it won't do anything. Because if there's no mirror, then how can you swap? Okay, so when that is established, it sets your movement to be false, so you can't screw it up. And it will multiply it by this value. So this is getting the distance between you and the wall, and then multiplying it by 2. So if this was just 1, then you just teleport into the wall, because that is the distance of the wall. Because if you added the distance of the wall onto your current location, then you'd just be in the wall. So if I multiply it by 2, then it's on the other side. So it will print it. This was just for development. And it will set the camera plane visibility. The camera plane is the little camera for that animation that I added. So that follows the character constantly, but it's invisible. This just gets a bit messy. But when this happens, it plays a timeline from point A, which is where the character is, and point B, which is where the camera is calculated to be in the map. So how you're looking down, it'll go to there. I need to turn that off real quick. I don't like it being persistent. It just makes it messy. So when it's updated, it sets the world location of the camera plane. And when it's finished, it does a sequence where light flash, which is what makes the flash happen, like that right there. And after a short, it will set it to where it needs to be, so you can actually see it, and it will make it visible. And then after a certain time, it will set the world location of the character to the other side. So while the flash is happening, you get teleported to the other side, so you don't see it happen. then there's a delay which sets the light flash to be invisible again, and then it basically plays this timeline but backwards. So from where the camera is to where the character's new location is. So it will set the camera to be invisible again after that is done, and then you can move again. So that is how my swapping system works. It looks really messy if you look at it from here. Like if you just zoom out, it looks really messy. But if you break it up into little bits, it all does its stuff, and it's all really important. Like if I deleted any of this, it would completely stop working. But yeah, that's my explanation on my swapping system. Thank you.